The Nigerians Igbo community said they are not going to participate when it comes to any protest that concerns Nigeria over the hardship and hunger. It's not as if it's not affecting them, but they said they will not participate. Any protest at all that has to do with protesting about hunger against the Tinubu government, the Igbos made it clear that they will not participate in anything that had to do with that. That the Yorubas are on their own. If the Hausa want to also do their protest, they are on their own. But Igbos will not join anybody when it comes to tarnishing the image or protesting against hunger and hardship in Nigeria.
Oh, these men called me that I should come and drink. Yeah. They are flexing. They said they love Tinubu's government, and they say no Igbo man should join any protest.
Yes, sir.
It's way back time.
Yes.
If we want you before and you refuse to leave,
as you can see, guys, they are enjoying themselves. They are eating turkey, they are eating chicken, they are drinking beer. And beer now is quite, it has increased a little bit. It's not how you used to buy beer, you are buying beer now. Huh? And I know everything in Nigeria will definitely increase. They will also increase data as well. And I think that everything in Nigeria will be affected. So the government should please be fast. Please be fast. And again, let's hear from our vice president. Our vice president said that we should have faith. We should invest our trust, our faith, our patience in President Tinubu that he will do well for Nigeria. You know, Tinubu told us that this is just baby step we are going to pass through. So does it mean that we are going to see more of adult step very, very soon? Or we are still passing through the baby step? The adult step, you know, is harder to be an adult. It's harder to be an adult. So is it that the adult step is still coming? Or we are just going to move through this baby step and yes, we are going to meet this bright future they are talking about? Well, I do not know. I don't know, guys. Well, let's check out what Shetima, the vice president, has to say. That the government is being sabotaged. The government, politicians, who nobody realize in Nigeria they hungry.
I want you, fellow Nigerians, to invest your trust in Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He means well for the nation. I have seen his soul. He has a clean heart. And we know the consequences of unveiling a masquerade. There were albatrosses round the Nigerian neck. The albatross of subsidies, where billions of naira, or even trillions of naira, were going into pockets of individuals. But we are on the path to redemption. Wherever Nigeria goes is worth repeating. That's where Africa goes. 1 out of every four black men is a Nigerian. And by 2050, Nigeria will be the third most populous nation on earth. We are going to surpass the United States. 1 out of every 3 Nigerian, out of every 3 Africans will be a Nigerian. We have to make this country work. We have to move beyond politics. We are now in the phase of governance. Sadly, some of our countrymen are still in the political mode. They are the practitioners of violence, advocating that their Nigeria, our own country, our one and only Nigeria, should go the Venezuela way. Some are agitating that we should go the Lebanon way. But Nigeria is greater than any one of us here. Nigeria will...
Is that he speaks well though. Yes. Shetiba will give you speech and you will be convinced. Wallahi. If that man talk to you, you will so much like the name Nigeria. That is one thing. But I want them to realize that Nigerians are really suffering. Please. Nigerians are really suffering. The hardship is there. The hunger is there. Even the heat. Look at me, I'm sweating. The heat is here. I'm drinking this cold water and yet I'm sweating. That's to tell you how bad it is. Well, yet again, let's listen to the Senate President. The Senate President has something to say. You know, after the President, you see the Vice President. Before you see the Senate President. The Senate President is regarded as the number 3 man in any federation.
Basis. You can see a lot of sponsored protests here and there, but those people are not aware. Most of those sponsored protests are not aware of the kind of efforts being made by this Senate to tackle the situation, together with the joint management team of the federal government of Nigeria. There is no father that wants to see his child sleep in the night without food, with a stomach rumbling. So we must provide. That's why I said we must not limit our discussion to, oh, we will not import food, we will not do this. Wherever we can find food to put on the table of Nigerians, we shall do so. It's an emergency situation. Like the Senator Lalong pointed out, it's an uncommon situation, which has been exacerbated by many factors, from COVID-19 to insecurity, to the inflation, to even what Senator Abiru pointed out, the ways and means of 30 trillion, so that put so much pressure on the Central Bank of Nigeria and left a very big gap in the financial situation, so that if this government that inherited the situation tries to fill the gap, it means people will not eat, salaries will not be paid, nothing will be done until the gap is filled. Well, we have taken it, and we must move on. We must move on. We must move on. So let us look at the recommendations and see whether they are far-reaching enough. If they are not, the Deputy Senate President, you are presiding. Have you even said a word on this?
Well, okay. There might be sabotage. You know, this is how some people usually come to sabotage a peaceful protest. I don't know about sabotage or anything. But all I know is that things are hard. I don't care. I don't know about sabotage. People are being sponsoring the protest. But things are hard. I think the Senate, the government need to send officials to market to check the prices of things. Then they will know if Nigerians are hungry or not. Things are really, really hard. I don't know about people sabotaging the government or whatsoever. But I've always said this prayer. For those of you who collected money during the last election and you never voted for your conscience, be it Tinubu, be it Peter Obi, be it Atiku, anybody you voted for, as long as it's your conscience, the nature will see you through this hardship. But if you collected money from any of them, this Sakma, you go hook your throat. You will not survive this Sakma if you collected money to vote. But if you never collected money and you voted for your candidate that you love, out of your own pure heart, God will make you flourish. God will make you succeed. You know, it's crazy. We are actually really, really hungry. We are actually, see, Nigeria has never been tested with hunger before. We have been tested by inadequate light, education, healthcare, bad roads, insecurity. You have been tested, but you are testing Nigerians with hunger. Ha! It never happened before. This another new phase. So please, the government need to do something about it. Please, 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 please.